Hello, Jays Nation! Welcome back to your go-to channel, the Toronto Blue Jays News Network. Today, we have three absolutely jam-packed updates about our Blue Army that have just come to our notice a few hours ago. These are developments that could completely reshape our roster moving forward. So, if you are a true Jays fan, you do not want to miss a single second of these updates. And yes, before we start the video, I have a small request for you. If you are new to the channel, then please do not forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button so that you can stay in the loop with everything happening at the Rogers Center. So, let's dive straight into it. Update 1. Yankees surrender? The massive opening for Toronto to finally sign a superstar outfielder. All right, folks, let us kick things off with what might be the biggest silver lining we have seen in weeks. We all know the narrative of this offseason so far. It has been, quite frankly, brutal. We have had to watch painful headlines roll by one after another. We saw Kyle Tucker choose the Los Angeles Dodgers for $240 million after our front office put a massive 10-year deal on the table. We watched our own homegrown star, Bo Bichette, sign with the New York Mets for $126 million instead of coming home. And then, just to add salt to the wound, Alex Bregman landed with the Chicago Cubs on a 5-year deal worth $175 million. It has been tough. But today, the clouds might finally be parting. There is a major report circulating today regarding Cody Bellinger, and it spells incredible news for the Toronto Blue Jays. The New York Yankees, our biggest competition for his services, have reportedly balked. They have created a massive opening for us to strike. Here is the situation. According to Bob Klapisch, a columnist for the Newark Star-Ledger, the Yankees have made an internal decision not to engage in a bidding war for Cody Bellinger. That is music to our ears, right? The report states that if the New York Mets or any other team swoops in with a blow-away offer, the Yankees are prepared to fold. They believe they have made a fair proposal, which stands at 5 years, $160 million, with 2 opt-outs, and they are not willing to go a penny over that. They are prepared to let him walk. This firm stance from the Bronx Bombers kicks the door wide open for Ross Atkins and the Blue Jays management. With the Yankees unwilling to escalate their offer, we suddenly have a clear path to landing a premium outfielder without getting dragged into the kind of bidding wars that derailed our pursuits of Tucker and Bichette. Now, why does this matter so much? Let us look at the numbers. Cody Bellinger posted some very strong statistics in his lone season with the Yankees in 2025. He hit a solid 272 with 29 home runs and 98 runs batted in across 152 games. That is significant production. But beyond the batting average and the homers, he brings elite defensive versatility. He can play center field, left field, and first base. The contract structure is where this gets really interesting for Toronto. Reports suggest Bellinger is looking for a 7-year deal, while the Yankees have drawn a hard line in the sand at 5 years. We know the Blue Jays are comfortable with long-term commitments. Remember, we offered Kyle Tucker 10 years. Matching Bellinger's desired length of 7 years would give Toronto the definitive edge without necessarily breaking the bank on the annual average value. Former Major League Baseball general manager Steve Phillips laid this out perfectly on TSN recently. He pointed out that signing Bellinger does 2 things at once. It upgrades our roster, and it simultaneously weakens a direct division rival. Imagine stealing Bellinger right out from under the Yankees' noses, leaving them with nowhere else to turn. Phillips called Bellinger Kyle Tucker Light and praised his 5-tool skill set. He has pop in his bat, he can steal bases, and for a Blue Jays team that values defense and versatility, he checks literally every single box. The timing is also working in our favor. His agent, Scott Boras, has been patiently waiting for the market to reset after Tucker's deal set the bar at $60 million annually. But with the Yankees backing down and the Mets focused elsewhere after signing Bichette, the competitive pressure has evaporated. After watching our top targets sign elsewhere, our front office is under immense pressure to deliver at least one more impact bat. Cody Bellinger represents the best remaining shot at making that happen. The Yankees have handed us a gift by refusing to bid. Now, it is up to the Blue Jays to walk through that open door and close the deal. Update 2. The Vengeance Tour of Anthony Santander. Moving on to our second big story of the day, and this one hits a little closer to home. Literally, because he is already in our clubhouse. We are talking about Anthony Santander. Now, let us be real with each other for a second. The Toronto Blue Jays are banking heavily on a massive bounce-back season from Santander. We all remember the hype when we signed him a year ago to that massive 5-year, $92.5 million deal. But his debut season in Canada? It was, to put it mildly, a disaster. He dealt with frustrating injuries all season long, which limited him to playing in just 54 games. And when he was on the field, the numbers just were not there. He finished the season hitting just .175 with 6 home runs and 18 runs batted in. For a guy we brought in to be a power threat, that was tough to watch. But here is where the news gets exciting. Despite that nightmare season, the vibe inside the organization has shifted completely. Our hitting coach, David Popkins, has dropped some incredibly bold comments about what we can expect in 2026. Popkins believes Santander has a major chip on his shoulder and is out to prove every single doubter wrong. Popkins told Gate 14 that Santander is a relentless worker. He noted that Anthony has his own strength coach and has been grinding in the cage, taking a lot of swings and focusing on exactly what made him successful in the past. And then, Popkins dropped this line, which I absolutely love. He said he is excited to see Santander come back on a vengeance tour and remind the league who he really is. That is the energy we need. And it is not just the hitting coach. Our manager, John Schneider, is doubling down on that confidence. Schneider admitted that speaking to Santander at the end of last year, you could tell how badly he wanted to be part of the postseason push, but his body just would not let him. Schneider has been very clear with Anthony. He told him, "I don't want you to think you have to do anything you don't do well. You don't have to come back and hit 300 with 50 homers to make up for last year." The message is simple. Just be the Tony we signed. Remember, folks, this is the same guy who smashed 44 home runs and drove in 102 runs batted in during the 2024 season with the Baltimore Orioles. If he is fully healthy, he is exactly the kind of switch-hitting slugger who can help fill the void left by Bo Bichette. He adds that crucial lefty bat to the lineup when we need it. So Jays fans, get ready. If Popkins is right, the 2026 version of Anthony Santander is going to be a man on a mission. Update 3. A farewell to a familiar arm. And finally, for our third update today, we have some news on the transaction wire involving a very familiar face to everyone in Jays Nation. It looks like Ryan Borucki has found a new home. The 31-year-old reliever has agreed to a minor league contract with the Chicago White Sox. This deal reportedly includes an invitation to spring training, where the left-handed hurler will have a chance to compete for a spot in their bullpen. We saw Borucki return to Toronto late last season. He signed as a minor league free agent with us back in late August of 2025 and split his time between the Blue Jays and the Pittsburgh Pirates. After the postseason concluded in November, he elected free agency, and now he is heading to the Windy City. His second stint with us was short but effective. Borucki tossed 4.1 scoreless innings across 4 relief appearances for Toronto. He allowed 3 hits and 4 walks while striking out 5 batters. In fact, his final outing was against the Baltimore Orioles on September 14th, where he threw 2 innings of shutout ball. It has been quite a journey for him. Remember, his initial stint with the Blue Jays spanned 5 seasons, from 2018 to 2022, before he was traded to the Seattle Mariners. It is always tough to see an original Jay go, but this looks like a great opportunity for him. The White Sox bullpen was statistically one of the worst in baseball last season. They ranked in the bottom third of the sport in earned run average at 4.28 and fielding independent pitching at 4.47. Their strikeout minus walk rate was just 11.3%, and they had a wins above replacement of 11.5. So, the door is wide open for Borucki to step in and grab a roster spot. He will be joining another former Blue Jays reliever there, Brandon Eisert. We wish Ryan all the best in Chicago. So there you have it, Jays Nation. 3 massive updates to kick off your day. We have the New York Yankees potentially waving the white flag on Cody Bellinger, opening a massive lane for us to sign a superstar outfielder. We have our hitting coach and manager hyping up Anthony Santander for a massive vengeance tour in 2026. And finally, we say goodbye once again to Ryan Borucki as he heads to the White Sox. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these updates has you the most excited? Do you think the Blue Jays should go all in on Bellinger now that the Yankees are backing off? And do you believe Santander can bounce back to hit 40 homers again? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed this update, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you have not already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a breaking story about our Toronto Blue Jays. Thank you so much for watching the Toronto Blue Jays News Network. I will catch you in the next video. Go Jays, go!